Alex, congratulations. A comprehensive victory in the end up.
Yeah, good result for the football club, and obviously for the players and the supporters. It's brilliant. You know, it's could have been a tricky game, but boys were professionals. What we spoke to about before the game in the team meeting. As long as they're professional, they'll win the game. You know, and that's what they done.
Talking about being professional, I thought Queen's Park conducted themselves superbly throughout the afternoon. They offered a lot to the game and continued to try and play to their game plan, which I thought at times frustrated us now and again.
Yeah, they're a good side. I mean, I went and watched them last week, me and Tomo, and you can see that they can play. You know, their shape is good. Obviously, they've got a good manager with experience, so and we knew it would be difficult. That's why it was important that we spoke about what we was going to do to them. You know, and I thought as long as we approached it right and all the boys, the attitude was spot on like it usually is, and we moved the ball quick, we thought that that would be enough, you know, to pull them apart a little bit. And obviously with the quality that we got in the side at this level, and obviously Berkey with his 6 assists, then it's, you know, delivery was good and we get people who can score goals.
Yeah, there seemed to be a lot. Obviously that would have been the key thing, is possession was clearly most of that going to be ours today. Yeah. And you can see the way that they were knocking it about, just trying to break them down in bits and bobs. It was a joy to watch at times.
Yeah, it's good. It's like, you know, when we go to places like Rangers and Celtic and we have to, you know, we're not going to get as much of the ball as we would like, so we have to be disciplined, and that's what they were. You know, they tried to frustrate us, but once we got the first goal, it opened up. They have to sort of like come out a little bit more, and our quality then comes apparent even more.
Let's talk about a couple of new signings that we've made. Harry Bunn today made a start, fantastic, ran himself ragged today.
It always does. He's a good pro. Like I said, you know I've had him before, and that's why I signed him this time, because I know what he can offer. And once he gets up to speed, because he's still a little bit rusty, but once he gets up to speed, he'll be a good asset to the football club.
Stuart Finlay scoring 2, told us that he was absolutely raging because he was on a hat-trick. He looks as if he hadn't been out.
Yeah, I mean, which we know he has, you know, and that's why it was important that he only done an hour today. You know, the bigger picture is the rest of the season. We look after him, make sure he's right. The physio department's done excellent with him, you know, and he's put in a lot of work. And it was good to see him get on the pitch and have a good afternoon.
With the greatest respect to the opposition, was this maybe the sort of ideal game for Stuart Finlay to come back to today? Yeah, definitely. But at the same time, if you're not professional enough, then it goes the other way. Do you know what I mean? All of a sudden, I'd be thinking I might have to keep him on a bit longer. But because they've done the work and they work hard and they got the goals, then all of a sudden, you know, it was I could take him off. There was no risk for us to take him off. You know, Brucey as well. I could take him off, and Harry. You know. Absolutely. So let's talk as well about Kyle Connell. He made a debut today as well. Thought he looked quite good. Had a good chance within 30 seconds of coming on. Well, the thing with Carl, I mean, we brought him up training with us, you know, and then a few of the young boys as well. They've been training, and the more they train with better players, the better they'll come, you know. And I thought the game was a nice game for him to come on and show people what he can do, and the future's bright for some of the kids here. Nicky Kabamba coming on as well. We just got that through and registered last night. Yes. He came on and again just was running ragged and showed what he can do, and then gets the goal. Scrappy, but it's still a goal to get him started. Yeah, 100%. That's what it's about. It's about him come to a football club like this, making the next step up in his career. He was desperate to come once we approached. Hartlepool, he was desperate. He wanted to come. He came up late last night. I met him. And he was ready to go. He didn't even know the lads, you know, and I asked him, you'll be all right to be on the bench, and he wanted to go straight away, so, which is good. He's come on. The boys don't really know him yet, but once they get to know him, I'm sure he'll be again a good asset to this football club. What can we expect to see from Nicky Kabamba? More or less what we saw today, or is there other bits to his game? There's other bits to his game as well. He's strong, he's powerful, he can run, you know, he's quick. He'll do the defensive side of things, but hopefully he'll score a few goals. And unsettled defenders, you know, and that's what we've missed, you know, since obviously Boydie's been gone. We ain't had someone who can upset a few at the back, and we want him to do that. And finally, Jan Koprovic as well in goals. Didn't have a lot to do today, but it was good for him to make his first team debut. Yeah, 100%. You know, he's been with us and he's only played sort of like one
Resi game, and I thought he's trained well. He always trains well, and I thought it's the right opportunity to give him a go. You know, he won't let no one down.
And overall, then, before we look ahead to Celtic, sum up the mood in the camp tonight.
The camp's good. They're not going to get carried away because obviously we know what it's been like before. We ain't won and not scored any goals, but today they can pat themselves on the back a little bit and say, look, hopefully we've started to turn a corner, and hopefully we can push on from there.